Hey book lovers! Today I'm going to be doing a review on Switched by Amanda Hocking. I just finished this book last night and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 out of 5 lily pads because it was quite enjoyable. I didn't really have that many issues with this book, but I'll get onto that later. I have a review for this book on my blog if you guys want to check it out. So I'm going to describe the book before I tell you what this book is about. Okay, I've read Amanda Hocking's books before. I read the first 2 books in her Water Song series, and I really enjoyed that series. Actually, I have to read the last 2 books, but I read the first 2 books and I really enjoyed them. They're really good. And so I wanted to read Switch. This is a trilogy, by the way. It's called the Trial Trilogy. I'm not sure. I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so I wanted to read this because it sounded really interesting and different. And since we're in October, I was in the mood to read paranormal books because I'm really in a huge paranormal mood right now. And I don't read that many paranormal books, so yeah. But anyway, let's just get on to what the book is actually about. So I'm going to try my best to describe it.
So basically this book is about a girl named Wendy, and she lives with her aunt and her brother Matt because when she was 6 years old, her mother tried to kill her, so her mom had to go away to a mental hospital because, you know, she has problems. And so she has to live with her aunt and her brother Matt. And basically, ever since Wendy was born, her mother knew that Wendy wasn't her child. And so her mom always hated her. So yeah, that's why she tried to kill her when she was 6. And so I have a hard time explaining this book. Basically, so she lives with, you know, her aunt and her brother Matt. And then there's this guy who goes to her school, and he always stalks her and looks at her in class. His name is Finn, and basically he ends up talking to Wendy, and he tells her she is a trial, or you could say a troll. So basically she's not human, she's a different creature, she's a troll. And so he tells her she doesn't belong where she lives, and he tells her that she has to go to this different world because that's where she fits in, since she's not normal. And so yeah, basically she ends up going with Finn to the other world, and then she finds out she is a princess, and her real mother is a queen, where she goes. And she finds out her aunt and her brother aren't really related to her. They're not her aunt and her brother. And so the rest of the book is basically her living in the castle, trying to be a good princess, and trying to figure out what her ability is as a troll. And yeah, and she does miss her family a lot. And so that's pretty much all I can tell you guys without spoiling it, because as you guys know, I don't do spoilers. I don't like to, honestly, because it sort of takes away the it doesn't take away the fun. It's just, I just don't like saying spoilers unless they're absolutely necessary. So
yeah, that's basically what this book is about. But first, let's talk about the cover. I love this cover. I don't know why, this cover is just so gorgeous. I love it. The back is pretty much the same. But yeah, so what did I think about the book? I really enjoyed this book. As you guys know, I gave it a 4. It was a really easy read. Her writing style is really, really easy to read. This book was actually pretty tiny. It looks a little big, but this book's actually less than 300 pages. And so what did I think about the book? Other things, I mean. One of the problems I had with this book was the ending was really, really rushed. I understand that this is a trilogy, so there's going to be 2 other books in the series. Actually, they're already out, but it was so rushed. The romance was cute. I liked the romance. It was good. I liked how Amanda Hocking didn't make it instant love. She didn't really make it instant love, but in the oddest way. It was a little bit to me, but for some reason with this book, the romance didn't really bother me. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything, but I mean, I did enjoy the romance. I really liked the characters in this book. Okay, so one of the reasons why I love Amanda Hocking's books is because she is just so good at developing characters. Her characters, they're so likable. I find that really rare with books I read. I mean, of course when I read books I like the characters, but I don't know, something about don't know, the way she develops the characters, it's just so good. I didn't really hate any characters in this book except for her mom, the queen. If you read the book, you'll know why. Not gonna spoil anything. In this case, like, I loved the main character. So I read lots of reviews on this book. A lot of people didn't like the main character, Wendy, for some reason, but I honestly really liked her. I think the reason why people didn't really like her is because she's not the most strongest character you would ever read about in YA literature. But I like that about her. I actually like reading books about characters who are insecure and not always confident because I can relate to that. So, the main character was sort of relatable to me. And, but she was strong though. She was insecure and strong. Just at different times. Like, there were times where she stood up for herself, which I really liked. And Wendy was a great character. She was very likable. This is my review for Switched. I would recommend this book if you guys want to check it out. I would recommend it. I mean, if you guys are looking for a really easy read about paranormal stuff, like if you're looking for a nice, easy paranormal book for Halloween with really good developed characters, I highly recommend this book. It was just so good. It was really good, and yeah. So that is my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Thank you so much. What are you guys reading right now? And tell me if you guys are participating in the read-along this month. I will be reading Anna Josephine Blood probably after this. So, bye.